Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I'm making this video today because I was thinking about something. I got a little irritated because there's a lot of people that I could say since 2019 that have asked me, sorry if y'all hear that noise in the background, that how can they do what I do? The different things, being a music artist manager, being my podcast, selling my panties, being a phone sex operator, being a cam girl, being a content creator, starting a whole OnlyFans, being an ordained minister, um, and just trying to be a spiritual healer and get more into that realm. Like, people, no matter, like, with all the things that I do, somebody's always asking me something. I mean, obviously more people ask me, how do they sell their panties, how do they become a phone sex operator, how can they start an OF, how can they be a cam girl. Like, those are the top things that people ask me how to do. And so I don't think they understand, one, how many people ask me, and two, how annoying it is for me to take my time and sit there and give them all this game conversations, at least 15, 20 minutes where I'm just straight talking and like telling them, okay, do this, do this, do this, do this. And that's not even close to half, but like really giving them a good start into this and sitting here and answering their questions for free, and how much time that actually takes up in my busy schedule. And so I was like complaining about that a little bit, venting online. But then I realized something. These people don't know exactly what I do and what it takes to do everything that I do and how busy I am, even though they probably just think I be at home all the time or whatever the case is, but how it really is. So how could I get mad at people for not understanding the fact that I have multiple people asking me the same question and taking my time to sit there and explain it to everybody and really give a fuck about what they're doing and like put effort for y'all not to actually follow through with these things, and the fact that it's taking up my time, like, and y'all aren't even following through with it. So you're really just ultimately wasting my time. And being a content creator, being, you know, having your own brand, being an entrepreneur, like, time is money. Like, people joke about that or they just say that to make themselves feel better, but time is actually fucking money. So I wanted to I just wanted to let everyone know like what it takes, and if you're interested and you're trying to be an entrepreneur, whether that's a rapper, a sex worker, podcaster, whatever the case is, like you need to understand a few things. Um, okay. So this is not in any order. I just kind of like wrote a list out of everything that was going on in my head. So first off, I think that you need to understand that consistency and accountability for your own self is very, 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 very important. You cannot be consistent if you don't have the time to be consistent. And if you don't have the time to be consistent, then this probably just isn't for you. So what I mean by that, so when you go and work, when you're working your 9 to 5 job or whatever kind of job you're working, you have a boss that is holding you accountable, right? You're gonna get a write up if you show up late. You can't call, no, not too many call offs. You're gonna get fired. You can go eat at this, go take a break at this time. Days you'll have off. The time, like they are doing that. When you work for yourself, you're doing all that for yourself, and that is challenging, and not too many people can manage that. I also wanted to talk about mental health briefly because with all the time that you put into this, like you have to learn to take a break because you get so wrapped up in this and you never take a break. And if you're not mentally strong, then you'll crack. Okay, so for me, I've been doing this like 3.5 years. I don't really take breaks, but it doesn't bother me. Before this, I wasn't the type that I didn't really have friends, so all this time that I used to spend like wanting friends and crying about the fact I don't have them, I spend and put it into work. Um, I didn't really go out and do much, so living this lifestyle is not affecting me. But everybody else that I know, it affects because they have some sort of like normal lifestyle going on prior to doing this or trying to do this, and it's hurting them. So, yes, working for yourself is like 25/8. But for those of you who need that mental break, you have to just schedule yourselves to 5 days and take your 2 days off, or schedule yourself 6 days and take a day off, because y'all need it. I don't really need it. I'm good on my mental and like not being like super like crazied out. But y'all need it. So take a fucking break. Okay. Sorry, I'm getting messages. Okay. I also wanted to talk about one thing I didn't realize is you get into this as well, and every minute of your waking hour you spend thinking about this. So, you know how like when you work a job or whatever, you get specific days off. On your off days, you do not have to think about work, right? Even as a manager, like when I was managing Whataburger, even as a manager there, on my off days they wanted you to care about the numbers and stuff because it does affect your bonus. But did I have to call and make sure like everyone showed up on time and did this and did that and just keep checking in? No, like you have that free time. And this type of content creator, influencer, a world, you just don't get it. So, that's something else you definitely want to think about, how, because you'll think like, well, what if you get to a point where you have enough work? And that's another question. You never can have enough work. As a rapper, you never can have enough music you're putting out there. As a sex worker, you never can have enough videos. Like your fans and your supporters never get enough of you. Like there's never enough. And on top of that, you don't want to stay stagnant. You want to grow. And so there's so many different people you'll be competing against that you just got to keep working. You got to keep putting out fresh stuff and fresh content. It is very challenging for me to make sure that I have something new every single day on my Paisley Hayes YouTube, on my Do With the Dollars YouTube, on my free OnlyFans, on my paid OnlyFans, posting out hella videos every week on my mini vids, making my schedule for cam, being on cam, doing night flirt, and trying to manage some time for my damn family. Just saying, like, they don't get enough of me. And it's hard. So that's something, these are things not to scare you away, but just to think about, because once you pass them, these obstacles, and once you understand what it takes to really get into this, you'll be like, okay, this is for me, or like, no, this is not for me. Okay. I want to briefly touch on promotion and marketing. How you are getting fans, keeping fans, keeping people interested in you, and promo. So I want to make a whole nother video about promo alone and how to watch out for people scamming you and all this stuff with buying promo and stuff. But promotion is everything. So you have to look at it like this. You got to invest in yourself, right? You got to make people want you, right? So if you're going to pay for promo, I really need to make another promo video. Just be careful who you're buying the promo from. Make sure that they're legit. Make sure that they're not going to run off with your money. Make sure their following is not bought. And oh my gosh, if you go on their live and they have 400,000 followers and they got 10 people in their live, is that the person you want to be buying some promotion from? Maybe not. So you just really got to think of those things. But like, before I got in this world, like, I wouldn't have even thought that. Okay, I kind of wrote it, but I didn't really understand what I wanted to get across. It's not popping up in my head about the getting the fans. But we'll touch back on that because I'm a little high and I just don't know what I was gonna go with that. Okay, let's talk about money. So, you don't get into being an artist, a podcaster, entertainment, and instantly think you're going to be making money. Now, if you're doing something in the sex world, it's a little bit different for those. I just want to be clear. Like, trying to start a podcast, for instance, I haven't made not one dime off my podcast in almost a year. Like, next month, this day will be exactly a year since I've had it, and I've not made one single penny from Doobies to Dollars. Oh. I sold promo and I was offering my promo for $10 because I don't feel like we're just way up there yet, but I do feel like I have an audience. So I just decided to say, hey, I'm selling promo, and just to see who wanted to buy it. And I sold it for $10. And it's actually still posted on my Doobies Dollars page, so go check them out under the vlogs and promos playlist. But I did make $10. But really, that's not shit. So I've bought studio time for Doobies to Dollars. I've spent all this time reaching out to people and, hey, you're gonna come on my podcast, blah blah blah, like all this, and not made $1. Now in the sex work world, it's a little different. So if you just start an OnlyFans, yeah, it could be the same thing. And if doing OnlyFans is the only thing that you're doing, you're gonna be more into this first category. But if you get in the adult entertainment industry and you try a bunch of different things and you sign up for multiple platforms, oh yeah, your money's going to start rolling on in. However, even after 3 years, as much money as I've made doing cam and PSO work and stuff like that, I really haven't seen a profit. And let me tell you why. It's not that I'm not making any money. I'm clearly making money, but I gotta pay all my bills. So that's money that's deducted off rip, right? Because gotta pay bills to survive and food. My free money, the money that you would have at a job that you're going to pop bottles at the club or buy little outfits and stuff, my free money goes into my business. Whether that's upgrade on equipment, lighting, that's very important. New outfits. I mean, no one wants to see you in the same lingerie piece over and over and over and over and over. Like, they're going to be like, damn, can you even afford to do what you do? So, like, I gotta put money into that. I have to keep which I'm doing bad right now, but I gotta keep my nails and my toes done. I try to go once a week. But this kind of pissed me off because it's broken up. I haven't even had my set 2 weeks, and okay. But I try to go once a week for a pedicure, once every week and a half for a pedicure, and twice a month for my nails. I gotta keep makeup. I gotta keep eyelashes. You're constantly putting on, taking off makeup, because if I'm camming and I'm gonna do 3 hours from 8 a.m. to 11 and I'm not gonna get back on till 10 o'clock that night, am I just gonna keep the same makeup on all day and I don't necessarily have to wear it? No, so I'm putting it on multiple times a day. That's money in itself. And then just things that come up. If I need to go to an event on Doobies Dollars, so I have to buy a ticket for that. Taking the time apart from not just being on cam, but to go handle that. Like, every single penny I get is just being spent back into me somehow. So I haven't made it to a point where I feel like I've made a profit. But I've definitely, in the first 3.5 years of doing Paisley Hayes and my cam life and year doing Doobies to Dollars, I haven't made a profit. So they say it takes about 5 years, so I'm gonna keep pushing. I definitely see me growing. I see my fan base going up, so there's no need to stop, and it's worth it to me. Which is another thing I wanted to get into. Everything I do is taking a risk and taking a chance. And, you know, if you're just not willing to take a risk, this just is not for you at all. So what I mean by that is, especially those of you who are wanting to get in the cam and adult world or sell your panties or be on Night Flirt or whatever. When I log on cam, okay, let's speak for Chatterbait. I have over 23,000 followers on Chatterbait. When I log on there, I can be sitting there for like an hour and not make not one thing, not make one token, and just be sitting there talking and stuff. And some people are like, well, damn, you didn't make nothing that first hour, but boom, I'll turn around and I'll make like 1,000 tokens the next hour. So if you add that up, it's like $50 that I actually get. Well, it's $100, but I get 50. And you tend to be like, well, damn, didn't make nothing my first hour. I made something my second hour, and if you add that up, it's like $25 an hour, which is more than a regular working job. So you kind of feel proud of yourself in that aspect. But then there's some days where I'm on there for 4 or 5 hours and I've made $10-15. Like, it is not all fun. And that's another thing. Like, I get on OnlyFans. Like, these people that just started OnlyFans, like, you think you're gonna get on and you're gonna make tens of thousands of dollars. That's just not it. It's just not how it works. It's time and effort and consistency and accountability and all these things that are put into this that I just never thought about. So back to taking risk. It's just like, is somebody like putting your videos on ManyVids? Like, it's a chance that no one's gonna see you. Like, and that's can be a scary feeling to some people. Me, I just have the confidence in myself that it's like, Paisley, girl, they about to buy your stuff. Okay, they're gonna subscribe. Somebody gonna ask you for a Skype show. Someone's gonna tip you. Like, I have that much confidence in myself, and I don't just do one thing. I do multiple things. Therefore, I know, yeah, I'm sitting on cam, and maybe I didn't make any tokens, but maybe some of those fans that were watching me join my OnlyFans, or some of them follow me on Snap or Skype, so now I send them my tip menu, and I'm doing video chats, or I'm selling customs, or I'll get a phone call on the Night Flirt lines, and maybe money's coming in through there. Maybe I spend a couple hours on cam and then I spend a couple hours on Night Flirt, and then I see. But it's all taking a risk and a chance, and in other industries. But I really wanted to put a big focus because, like I said, I have a lot of people asking me how to do these things, and I don't think they understand the time, the effort, and the work that it takes into this. And it's just a risk. You're taking a chance of if you're gonna make some money, if you're not gonna make some money. For me, if you're consistent, and I hold myself very accountable, I make myself a weekly schedule. I do my best to stick by that said schedule. I calculate all my bills for the month and make sure that I'm making that. And if I'm not reaching my money goals, you know what I do? I keep working. I don't get off and watch TV. I don't get off and take a break. I stay on. If I know I got my light bill coming up and I've been on cam 3 hours and I ain't made shit, baby, I'm about to get on cam. I'm about to send out a message to all of my people, all my fans, everybody on Skype, or put messages on Snap. Like, I'm telling the whole world, like, hey, and I'm not telling them I need my bills paid. No. Because that ain't none of their business. But I am saying, hey guys, I'm available. Let's play. I'm here for video chats. Let me know if you need a custom. I'm doing $10 off today. Just things like that to attract them more to you. Shit. I did not think this video was going to be this long. Alright. Let's try to sum this up. I'm just going to make a part 2 because I got a lot more shit to talk about, and I don't really like long videos because I don't feel like I keep the people's attention the whole time. But if you have really enjoyed this video, please keep watching part 2, okay?